Stop and listen, especially if you feel like you're on some kind of spiritual awakening or journey or questioning just life, you know? If you're going through something right now where you feel like nothing's working out for you, like the shit has hit the fan, you know, I believe that when you feel that way, especially if you're going through this kind of like enlightenment journey or awakening, that's when you're making a breakthrough, is to realize that whatever is going on that's you're not liking, that you in some sort of way in the past has brought this forward. Like, think about it. Did you think whatever's going on now in the past, like, did it pop up in your head? Did you believe that that could happen? Right? And I know that sounds crazy because I really 100% believe that we make our own reality through our thoughts. And we can make the worst life if we want, you know, because we have total free will. We are unlimited beings. God has given us the power within. That's where it lies. But he gives us whatever we think about. And if you're, you know, living in this negative world where you think the worst case scenarios all the time, and, you know, you're not thinking that you deserve this life that other people have that you kind of envy or jealous of, or just don't think you're just not capable to live that kind of life. Guys, you are, okay? Nothing is stopping. You are unlimited, okay? You could do anything. You know, like when you were young and someone said to you, oh my goodness, you can do anything with your life, you know, if you really want to. Put your mind to it, right? And I know this is redundant and it's probably said 100 times over and over again, and it's not that hard, but it is hard at the same time because we are so caught in our old ways, the way we're programmed. And think about it, everything you know, someone has taught you, right? And we don't go within to listen to, you know, within. And that's what being silent and meditating is all about. So if you don't meditate, I highly recommend it, because if you sit quietly, and I don't mean you got to meditate like, you know, you're some Buddha or you know, Zen yoga person or something. I don't know. But just sit quietly. Close your eyes. Sit quietly. You know, you could be lying down, sitting down. There's no like right way to do it. Just sit quietly with yourself. No distractions. Be 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes of your time. And ask something like, is there something I need to know? You know, I'm listening. And I'm telling you guys, you will get some answers. And, you know, it sounds crazy, but you got to do it a few times. It's not like, and you got to keep on doing it. It's like something that, you know, it's like brushing your teeth, you know, you got to keep on brushing your teeth if you want to keep your teeth. But, I mean, like, you need to sit quietly and hear what your inner self needs to tell you, because deep in our bones, we have all this information. Guys, we have all this information. God made men so men could be God, meaning that I'm not saying that you're God or I'm God, but he's inside us all, because he gave us this unlimited experience, you call it, or whatever, to experience. But we choose how we want to live our life. And I know if you're in a really crappy situation right now, that's a really hard pill to swallow, because you're like, why would I do this to myself? But we do. And I don't have all the answers. I don't know exactly why or how. I'm on this journey as well. You know, all I know is that we are powerful beings, okay? Read the Bible. And I'm not talking on a Christian level but the Bible is a guide. Listen to Neville Goddard if you can, and how he explains a lot of the messages that in the Bible were meant for us to know that we were powerful, unlimited beings, that we, with our thoughts and imagination, we create our life. And if you're living a crappy life that you're not happy with, it's from thoughts in the past, and it could be like, and I talk about this all the time. It could be like past experiences that you're trying to protect yourself. So you think of all these negative thoughts, or you could have seen something happen to somebody else, and it's just like a protection mechanism from ourselves. But you need to quiet those voices. And I know that's hard. I don't mean ignore them or change them or judge them. I just mean like when they pop up, question, why am I thinking that? Why am I thinking so negative? Where's that coming from? Let's change that thought. Let's change that into a positive one, because it is just a thought in your mind. Nobody knows what's going on in your mind but yourself. And it's hard. And it's something you got to work on constantly. And I mean, like, I think forever. I don't think you reach a point where you're so enlightened that, you don't need to do it anymore. I think it's something that we all have to work on every single day. And yeah, so remember that you're an unlimited being, guys. Go listen to Neville Goddard if you get a chance, if you haven't already, and you want to understand it a little bit more. Because like I said, I'm just on this journey too. I'm not like, I'm still trying to figure everything out, but I know now. And you know what the amazing thing is? And when you know, there is this freedom. Because now you realize, oh shit, I'm making this life, I'm making this reality. And I think, when people are manifesting these great, amazing things, like millions of dollars or whatever, the specific person that they want to love and stuff, I think those people just know. They know. They don't believe. They know. So they'll think a thought, and eventually it happens. Like, and you're not supposed to think about how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. It just happens. The only thing I ever did that makes me really believe that this is true is my home, okay? The home we purchased and I've been living in now for 10 years. I used to drive by that street, and sometimes I used to drive into it. Not often, but every so often, and think, oh wow, it'd be so nice to live in there. And I would picture like me driving in, and I would picture like taking my daughter to the pool and playing outside with her and all this. And I didn't think it was possible, because we had already purchased land that we were going to build on. Like, I didn't think, and my husband didn't like the neighborhood too much and stuff. Like, there was all these things against it. I didn't think like, oh, it's going to happen. I just kind of wished and hoped and pictured myself there. And I didn't know nothing about this manifesting stuff at this time in my life. But I go back to it because I tried to think about, what did I do to make that happen? And I ended up moving into that house and doing all those things I wanted to do, taking my daughter to the pool and doing chalk outside with her and playing outside, and to this day I love that house. That house brings me so much joy. We've made so much beautiful memories in it, and every time I look at it I am so grateful, and I love my home. But yeah, that is just something that I could say I manifested. And if I could do that, well, I could do anything, and so can you. I'm not special. Oh, well, maybe I am special. Maybe we're all special. But know that you have the power within you, okay? That you're unlimited. And if you're on this path, keep going. Keep going. Don't give up. Don't give up. And soon you'll start seeing synchronicities. You'll start seeing things happen, and you'll realize, holy shit, I got this power in me. And my life is unlimited. Anyway, this was a long one. Love you if you listened this long.